You're in the zone, the superhero zone. Cue intro. Hello, and welcome to Superheroes 101. My name's Xavier, and I'll be your host. And welcome to the 7th and final episode of the Loki, Mischief, and Mayhem series that I've been doing on my channel. The series where we talk all Loki things all the time. This episode, we're going to be doing the top 5 most interesting and shocking things that happened in the finale episode. If you're excited, let's get right into the video. But before we get into the video, if you're interested in my superhero-related content, make sure you follow me on my TikTok and Instagram. Over there, I post really funny superhero-related content over there, so you should go check it out because it's a really fun time over there. And yeah, now without further ado, let's get right into this video. Starting off at number 5, we have He Who Remains. He Who Remains turned out to be a version or variant, the strongest variant and the best variant of Kang the Conqueror. Now, if you stuck with me throughout this Loki series on my channel, you know that I was saying it was Kang the Conqueror before they revealed it was Kang the Conqueror. But this Kang the Conqueror is the best version of Kang. He put the sacred timeline in place so that his other versions or variants of Kang wouldn't take over and cause a ruckus in the multiverse. Because the multiversal war was explained in this episode that it was his variant's fault. All the Kangs throughout the multiverse came together and fought each other. At first it started off nice, but then it ended in war. And I found that very interesting. And this single Kang, which I think is a Nexus being, came and put the sacred timeline in place so that his other Kangs would never escape. But something happens in this episode that allows the multiverse to get destroyed, or the sacred timeline to be set free. Coming up at number 4, we have Kang is the next big bad of the MCU. Now, the multiverse has broken, the sacred timeline gone, so all these evil versions of Kangs are going to be a prominent villain going forward into the MCU, because we have Kang the Conqueror scheduled to come in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, and we might get even more of that. So just think of Kang the Conqueror as the next Thanos, because we will be seeing a lot more of him in this phase 4 of the MCU, because they were kind of building up to it in Loki for the whole show. So yeah. Now at number 3, we have Sylvie betrays Loki. So yeah, Sylvie betrays Loki in this episode. So basically what happens is they go to the Citadel at the end of time. They meet He Who Remains, and they didn't hit it off too well. Basically, He Who Remains explains to them that if you kill him, the multiverse will split open, and then another version of Kang will end it right back at the Citadel. But did Sylvie listen? No! She stabbed He Who Remains in the stomach, releasing the multiverse. But Loki told Sylvie, do not kill him. I think we can trust him. And then Sylvie's like, this was my mission. This was the point of my mission. This is why I came here, and I'm going to do it. And she did. She's the reason why we have a multiverse now, which is kind of a good thing and kind of a bad thing. Good thing, we get more characters like that have died back. Like we could get an Iron Man, a Captain America, or a Black Widow. Bad thing is we have more villains like Kang that are going to be released, and the Avengers are going to have to band together and fight them. But anyways, before this happens, Sylvie and Loki have like a giant sword fight, and then Sylvie ends up kissing Loki, and then as a distraction, and basically after the kiss she goes, I'm not you, Loki, I wouldn't do what you would do. Then she magics him into a TVA portal, and basically after that she kills He Who Remains. Rolling up at number 2, we have the multiverse has finally been unleashed. Yes, the multiverse has finally been unleashed. No more secret timeline, no more no free will. But this brings a lot of challenges, like more Kang. But this can bring a lot more things to the MCU. Like for instance, we have X-Men coming up in a future MCU film that's coming up. But they could bring back the old X-Men because they could say that it was part of the universe. Also, they could loop in Deadpool, which they already have, with a Korg and Deadpool kind of commercial that they did like a week ago. And that's really cool. And they can add all the non-canon Marvel shows into the MCU, such as Cloak and Dagger, Jessica Jones, Daredevil, Iron Fist, Marvel's Runaways. Like, you could add Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you could add all of these into the multiverse now that the multiverse has finally been unleashed. So, this is exciting. Can't wait to see what they're going to do with this. Now, finally, at number 1 for the most shocking thing that happened, and the thing that I realized while watching this episode was that Scarlet Witch might have been part of the reason why the multiverse broke in the first place. Now, so some people online lined up the WandaVision finale with the Loki finale, and it showed that when Scarlet Witch powered up, He Who Remains said the line of, "We have crossed the threshold," and that's when the multiple branches start breaking in the sacred timeline, and the sacred timeline officially starts to break. People think it's the Scarlet Witch that helped with that. Now, I'm also on the train that thinks that, but official director of Loki series, Kate Herron, has debunked that theory of the lining up with the two finales. That was just a mere coincidence, because she goes on to explain that while they were in post-production of Loki, WandaVision was already appearing on TV. So the lining up theory is not correct, but Scarlet Witch could still be the reason for the multiverse breaking in the first place. Because think about it, she's a Nexus being. Anything that she walks and does from now on could have caused a branch in the timeline, granted, if the sacred timeline still existed. So, yeah, she can create life, she can warp reality, change things about people, do basically whatever she wants. And this will bring a whole lot of trouble into the MCU, as we'll see a Multiverse of Madness, and going forward into the MCU. Now, this could bring dangers, this could bring good guys, this could bring a whole lot of stuff to the MCU, and I'm super excited to see what they're gonna do with the future of the MCU, and you know I'll be here to review it and talk about it. So, yeah, that was my review / top 5 most shocking things that happened in the finale episode of Loki. And tell me your thoughts about this episode down in the comments below. And honestly, I'm sorry for not posting for a week. I just wanted to take a break, and also I've been focusing more on my TikTok. I started a new TikTok for this very channel. I will put it somewhere on the screen, and I'll also put it at the end when I say it at the end. But yeah, I won't leave you guys in the lurch again about posting. So yeah, thanks for watching this finale episode of the Loki, Mischief, and Mayhem series, Season 1. Because when Season 2 of Loki comes around, you bet your bottom dollar that I will review it for you guys and make a whole nother Loki, Mischief, and Mayhem series. And I hope to have more episodes. So yeah, thanks for tuning in to the end of this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on my post notifications so that you get notified every time I post, premiere, or go live on a video on this very YouTube channel. And if you're interested in my superhero-related content, you can follow me on my Instagram and my TikTok for any funny, comedic, or short theories that I may post over there. So, yeah. Thanks again, you guys, for sticking to the end of this video. And, yeah, if you want more content from me, you're going to have to wait to my very next video. Goodbye, you guys.